Good morning, Kelly, and welcome to your 10-minute psychic video reading. So, welcome to your reading. From what you've put there, you just want a general reading on personal love life, those type of bits and pieces. Okay, so basically the first couple of things that I'm picking up, I'll just get straight on with it. So the first couple of things I've actually been picking up anyway is that, and the bit which is quite bizarre, if you like, is the fact that everything's actually the way you've wanted it, but I don't technically feel is what you're wanting now. So that does mean that you've come into the end of a healing phase or a healing journey, because on love life type of things, it's not that things aren't going the way you're wanting, they're going the way you wanted. And the problem now is I feel that you're ready for that change. You're ready to stop playing safe, if you like, and start moving things forward, because it really feels that everything's got to that point, or that transitional point, where you're now able to take that little bit more of a gamble and start enjoying life. And that's only going to come when you actually start to take risks again. So just be aware, on a love life basis, playing safe is done. Moving things forward and taking a couple of gambles seems to be the thing which is coming in. Okay, there's a huge amount of love coming to you, but the thing is with this is, if you imagine a little bit like waves of green, they're coming towards you, yeah, for whatever reason you're going like that and shielding yourself from it. So it does mean love's around yourself, but it also means you're non-committal. Okay, so you're either haven't committed fully to a relationship you're in, or you haven't quite decided to take that step back out. Okay, so just be aware you've got this non-committal energy around yourself, and I don't feel it's because you haven't got the right people in your life. I feel it's more because you've came to the end of that healing road where but you've found that your trust or your values are slightly different. So I do feel that you've dedicated so much of your life and your time in the wrong direction, that now you're ready to start taking those risks and those gambles back with inside your personal life. Okay, so I'm not picking up any major areas of concern, other than the fact that you now have to technically let your guards down to allow yourself to become vulnerable. And that's the bit, it's one of those things which is easier said than done. So there is these changes coming. They are around yourself, but you've got to prepare yourself to allow it in. So just be aware of that. I'm just going to do a couple of cards linking on the love connection to see where we're actually going with that. But I'm very much aware already that everything seems that you're still trying to find your own trust or value with inside partnerships and those type of things at the moment. So it's not, if I was just guessing, if you like, I would say that you're not in a permanent or long-term relation. The reason being is because you've got this non-committal energy, and that's due to the fact of healing from a trust issue. Right. So the discontent and boredom, this is love life. So discontent and boredom, you've also got material choices and changes. Okay, so just be aware of that. And you've also got this fulfillment of wishes. Right, so the discontent and boredom basically means that this is very much what I was saying about the non-committal energy. It's this, everything's feeling flat around yourself, but it doesn't mean that the right things aren't there. Because I do pick up that they are around you. They're just not being received by you. Okay, so that could mean that true love sits within inside a friendship. It can mean true love's at work. But it's not around you directly. Okay, the movements, choices and decisions, this is also what I was saying about you need to choose, if you like, to take that gamble, to take that risk. So all in all, everything's actually good. And do you know where I said before that what you originally asked for is what you've got? And this is the fulfillment of wishes, because you've asked for where you're at. You've asked for no more hassle, no more stress, no more there. However, that's now left you at that point where it's no longer what you're wanting or what you're trying for. So it does mean there's quite a lot of changes coming around that area. So on a love life basis, there's a lot of change coming. I also feel that it's going to be something which is beneficial to yourself. They're already known to you. I've just picked out another card whilst we've been talking, and there's one card which would state that they're known to you already. That one. Okay, so the Destiny card is very simple in its form. It means it's already here and been all around. Okay, so if it was a case that I was doing a future reading, then that would actually be pointing out that true love's coming. The Destiny card on the current, what I've just pulled out, means that it's already around you and it's already known to you. The problem with this is if you're sat there going, well, I ain't got a bloody clue what it is, that's not really going to help you. However, for it to be known to you, that does mean it's either linked to friendships, it's linked around work, but it's someone who you've already known or spoken with. I don't believe it's someone you've already been in relations with, so it's not a past partner. Okay, this would be someone new and fresh who's always been there in the background. Okay, so just be aware it will reopen those type of areas. Just going to do a couple of cards also on personal life to see what's going on, because the bit which keeps coming forward, I want to start talking about friendships, but at the moment I've got like breakdowns at the moment, because it just feels like not everyone's coming across in the right way. I feel like there's a few tensions, a few stresses, so I'm not necessarily too worried about it. It just feels that that's where some complications are lying. Okay, so just be aware of those complications, but it's to do with the amount of stress everyone seems to be going through this really stressful phase at the moment. So this stress seems to be in your life and around your life and causing these issues or these concerns. So just be aware of that. Personal life. Okay, right. The reason I'm just like giggling away to myself like a little schoolgirl is the fact of your personal life and I've mentioned friendships. Okay, so first of all, before we actually get to what the cards are, because if we run out of time, you'll never see the answers. No, I'm only kidding. Remember the Destiny card. So this is about friendships. Temptation links with inside your friendships. So straight away, you're very much aware that that true love connection, rule out work, rule out, well, definitely rule out family, because that's just freaking weird. But the temptation is linking around friendships. Okay, so the temptation links around friendships. True love also links around friendships. So you've got those couple of areas. Now it makes you ask the questions when basically your two new cards are the other cards is the new beginnings and the victory and success. And for temptation to be in a friendship, this makes the new beginnings card even more powerful, if you like, because it basically means that a line has to be crossed or drawn. So just be aware of, first of all, the tensions in or around the friendship area, the temptation around friendships, also on a love connection. But the new beginnings card basically means that a gamble needs to be taken, a line needs to be drawn or crossed, and then things are going to start working out and moving forward. But there's going to be a change around those concepts of friendship. So that seems to be the important bit there. The victory and success card. To have victory, there's always got to be a battle or an achievement or something which is done. You don't get victory by things coming easily. It usually means that there's a battle. So just be aware the battle will link around the friendship connection. It will link around the difficulties and challenges there. Just remember that the new beginning is the victory. Okay, so there's going to be a need for you to break away from old friendships or old ties for peace and happiness to come to you. So you just need to remember there's going to be quite a few changes going on there. I'm just doing another couple of just general cards to see what else is coming up for you, because I know we've got about 15 seconds. So hopefully I'll get through them. Right, so this is just generally what else is coming up for you in the final 10 seconds. Right, the authority, which basically means you need to stand your ground and actually just stand in your own in power, if you like, okay? Because your whole life is changing or yeah, basically just change it. And the main thing with all the other cards and the new beginnings and everything like that is with inside the next year and a half, everything's going to take over and become so much more than what it has been. At the moment, you're limited by your own wants. But with inside the next couple of months, when this new love comes in or around yourself, it's going to make your whole life expand and become more involved, if you like, okay, or sorry, evolved, and that's actually going to bring this happiness. But you do need to stand in your own power and stand by your wants or needs, not somebody else's, okay? So that seems to be important. The light card basically means everything you're hoping or wishing for is going to come true. But the strange thing with this is, I will point out there seems to be a link to engagements or marriage with inside the next year and a half to 2 years. So that's something you need to be aware of. But the light card means something you've wished for will be coming or happening. So you need to keep the faith there. The disruption, this is the bit I keep picking up around friendships. So around the friendships, those type of areas, there is going to be disruption or a rift which is occurred by this moving forward with the future. So just be aware of it, because it's also something you have to get past to find your true happiness, okay? So there's a lot of changes coming. Everything seems to be guiding me to around 2.5 years, where for whatever reason I do want to not necessarily see you carrying a child, but I do feel that there's going to be a lot of big changes coming for you. But you need to think in the short term right now, your priorities are different to what they're going to be in a year's time, okay? Because in a year's time, it's you and them against the world. Right now, you've got a lot of people behind you, but not everyone is wishing you well, okay? So just be aware, when true love steps forward, you have that connection with them around yourself, okay? So just be aware, take their love, speak to you soon. Bye.